Okay, let's take a look at the second topic now. This is called chromatic approach systems. Basically, what we're going to do is look again at the three chord types: dominant seventh, major seventh, and minor seventh. This time we're going to think about approaching the strong notes of those chords, which are obviously the 1, 3, 5, and 7 in each case. And we're going to think about building chromaticism around them, so we get the outness of the chromaticism, but we have it resolved to a strong chord tone in the end. So let me give you the most basic starting example of that. We're going to look at approaching each chord tone from one semitone below. Okay, so let's hear how that sounds. Let me play the arpeggio first of B flat 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's the example where we're going to be approaching each chord tone from a semitone below. I'll play it a little slower for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so obviously in that example we're using notes that aren't in the strict mode, but they're all working because we're creating tension and resolving it in a controlled way to a strong chord sound. In this case, the notes of the actual arpeggio. So let's try that pattern now with a major 7 chord. Let me play B flat major 7 arpeggio for you. Now we'll apply the same pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's apply the same thing to B flat minor 7 this time. First of all, the regular minor 7 arpeggio for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's apply the same chromatic below approach. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now you've seen how one approach can be applied to each arpeggio. You've seen the arpeggios in their original form. I'm just going to demonstrate the rest of the examples on a B flat 7 chord, and you can apply them to each of the arpeggios. The next example is going to be a scale above approach. So what that means is, for example, if you're on the root of the arpeggio, the root of the chord, you approach it from degree number 2 of the scale. If you're on the 3rd of the chord, you approach it from degree number 4. If you're on the 5th of the chord, you approach it from degree number 6, and if you're on the 7th, you approach it from degree number 1. So let's hear what that sounds like on a B flat 7 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to try a double chromatic approach from above, which basically means instead of moving one semitone above to the root, or to the chord tone rather, we're going to put 2 semitones in front of it. So to the 1 it would sound like this, then to the 3, to the 5, to the flat 7, to the 1, 3, Okay, now we're going to apply 2 of them at the same time. Chromatic below, double chromatic above. So that means you start on the note chromatically below the target, then you go 2 semitones above and approach the target in that way. So around the 1 we have around the 3, 5, flat 7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 1, and again. Okay, now we're going to try a slightly more complex version again. We're going to go chromatic below, double chromatic above, and chromatic below again. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So now I'm going to demonstrate how you can play that without a break. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then one final approach pattern. We're going to use a combination of starting on the root this time and finishing on it. So we're going to go root, scale tone above, root, chromatic below, root. So it's going to be. So on the chord at tempo, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so that's going to give you an idea of some of the ways that you can apply chromaticism to your playing in a controlled manner. Obviously, all those chromatic approaches we just did, you can apply them to every chord type. Just take your arpeggio and apply them. It's very straightforward. Practice them at a range of speeds and get your it's a really good technical exercise. It's good for using your ears, developing your ears so that you get used to hearing chromaticism, but in a way that's related to the actual functional harmony of the time. So yeah, if you practice those, we're going to explain them a little more and apply them in some of the following lessons. So enjoy your practice, and I'll see you then.